and welcome to The Green Economy, your home of the latest sustainable insights and solutions. Today we have a very special episode for you. We will explore the advanced sustainability initiatives in ocean freight itself. We are thrilled to be talking with a truly remarkable guest who is leading sustainability in the ocean freight industry. Please welcome me, Therese Blank from Maersk. Welcome to The Green Economy, Me. It's great to have you with us.
Thank you.
Thank you. So sustainability is at the core of your identity, which is incredibly inspiring. How have your sustainability achievements positively influenced your company's image and your standing in the industry?
From our view, we are in a climate crisis. Transport and logistics actually emits 3.5 billion tons of CO2 emissions every year, and that corresponds to about 3% of the world's emissions. And hence, we have a really important role to play as one of the largest suppliers when it comes to international logistics. Maersk emissions from operations correspond to 34 million tons of CO2 emissions each year, and our priority is to support the transition to a net zero economy by eliminating emissions in our sector. We launched our net zero ambition back in 2018, so actually 5 years ago already now. And last year in 2022, we accelerated our decarbonization targets by setting the ambition to be net zero from our operations in 2040. That is 10 years earlier than our original ambition, which was 2050. So successfully delivering on our wider ESG goals is extremely important, both for us and for our customers, as we see sustainability as a key differentiator in our product and service offering. And therefore, it's also really essential to our value proposition that we are offering in the market. By partnering with our customers, we are able to co-create solutions that generate value to their business and their supply chains. In the near future, we expect to see green product solutions moving from a good to have to become more of a ticket to play when it comes to relationships and essentially winning tenders for and carrying our customers' goods. And the market demand for sustainably sourced and transported goods is increasing, and that creates new opportunities for our customers, from tapping into new customer segments and also differentiating their product lines to adding a price premium for a sustainable product range. And at Maersk, acting on our ESG strategy is also core to our company purpose, which is improving life for all by integrating the world. And this purpose is really what drives us to deliver a more connected, agile, and sustainable future for global logistics. And together with industry, leading customers and partners, we are calling for ambitious policy and action to really ensure that we successfully transform the shipping and logistics industry. We are committed to take a leading role in decarbonizing the global supply chain.
Very inspiring. So as the world today is focusing on decarbonisation, are there any emerging trends or technologies that you are exploring to further enhance your sustainability practices?
Yes, definitely. Technology continues to have a really profound impact on the sustainability performance of global supply chain. And with advances in digital platforms, cloud computing, artificial intelligence, we are seeing more and more disruptive roles that enable us to improve. We are continuing to work with our customers to unlock the full potential of digital-enabled solutions, while also leveraging data to improve the environmental performance. And greater visibility of data and information improves performance factors for us, such as vessel routing and speed, that we can take into consideration when we review our network optimization in ocean. And then in addition to enabling integrated logistics solutions, improved supply chain visibility has a significant role to play, such as predictive analytics, packing optimization, inventory management, that really stands further to sharpen supply chain and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Innovation and technology is definitely part of our company's DNA. And one example is our remote container management system, which offers complete visibility for the cargo conditions inside all of our refrigerated containers. That allows our customers to make informed decisions throughout the transportation journey, and we can reduce food waste significantly. And the system is also able to prompt our customers and send notifications and suggestions based on the actual conditions inside the container. Another key factor, in my view, to decarbonize logistics is partnership and collaboration. And through strong collaboration with the Maersk McKinney Møller Center for Zero Carbon Shipping and also wider industry, we are driving projects to develop technologies to reduce vessel emissions, establishing green corridors, and continue our research on alternative green fuel sources such as ammonia.
And I've heard there's a lot of great fuel sources out there now. So is there any particular sustainability initiative that you are most proud of?
Yes, definitely. It's the work we are doing to lead the decarbonization of ocean shipping, where we have a significant opportunity to make a big impact on our planet, our local communities, and the future generations. Maersk was the first container shipping company to order green methanol vessels back in 2001, and our firm intention was to show that industry demand is here for green maritime fuels and also incentivize the scale up of production capacity. And today, only 2 years later, we have a total of 25 vessels in our order book that will have the capability to be operated on green methanol. Majority of these vessels will phase into our network between 2024 and 2026, while the first vessel embarked on its maiden voyage from the shipyard in Korea on her way to Denmark last week. And this is really a historic milestone for our industry and also for us at Maersk. For the Oceania market, we just released 2 months ago that we have ordered 6 additional 9,000 TEU vessels, and that is really a game changer for us in this part of the world. These vessels are of similar vessel class as the larger vessels that we are operating on our network in Oceania, so essentially enabling the opportunity for green methanol vessels to be part of our network in Oceania by 2026 to 2027. We are also seeing that our actions are making a positive impact across our industry. And during 2022, there's been a positive development with several industry peers joining us. And overall, there is more than 100 methanol engines that is being ordered across the industry. This is really important because it also helps our suppliers to focus on the green methanol as the next generation of fuel across industry. In addition to the investment in the new vessels, we also ensure that we have fuel supplies and infrastructure to enable us to actually fuel the ship with green methanol. And hence the collaboration with industry is really key. And this has been a chicken and egg dilemma in our industry. What comes first, the ship or the fuel? And this is really where we have taken the leading role to say, yes, we will drive that by making sure the ships are there to show that there is a demand for green methanol supply. Here in Australia, we signed a partnership earlier this year with Port of Melbourne and the other key industry participants to explore the commercial feasibility of establishing a green methanol bunkering hub at the port, as well as engaging with suppliers to enable green methanol production. And we are definitely seeing an increase in interest in green methanol production here in Australia compared to only 6 to 8 months ago. So it's really cool to see how it's ramping up, and a lot of focus now is on the green methanol production and how we make this a possibility, not only in other markets, but also here in Oceania. And with a strong focus on sustainability, there is, of course, also a lot more examples of both large-scale initiatives that we are involved in, such as the Ocean Cleanup Project. Here we are reducing plastic from our oceans and also protecting the biodiversity. And then we have very small initiatives as well. For example, with my team, as a team building, we took it upon ourselves to go down to Port Botany in Sydney to clean our local beaches, to make a difference for our local community. So I think there is a lot to be proud of, and our company really have high focus on the sustainability, but the decarbonization of the ocean supply chain and the leading role that we are taking to make a significant difference, that's what I'm most proud of.
That's brilliant, and we're really looking forward to seeing these ships on the ocean. How do you integrate sustainability considerations into your decision-making processes? Do you have an impact measurement framework you have created in order to adopt or enhance your sustainable practices?
Yeah, we have a well thought out governance model where the responsibility for our ESG strategy is anchored with our company's board of directors. They are the ones who endorse the overall ESG strategy and approve the major investments such as green methanol enabled vessels that we just spoke about. The audit committee, which is a separate part of the whole framework, they take an active role to ensure oversight of the ESG risks, and they receive regular updates on sustainability and ESG development to assist to guide. And at Maersk, we have a total of 14 ESG categories, so the framework is quite large. And this is owned and led by a member of the executive leadership team. So essentially, each of the categories have an owner. They are responsible for driving the initiatives forward and delivering the intended outcome throughout the wider business activities. And we have quarterly updates on the ESG strategy and progress across all these 14 categories, and that is being provided to the executive leadership team to facilitate and support decision making, in particularly on the more strategic dilemmas and risks, and to make sure that we really advance and progress. So that is essentially how our framework works, but it goes all the way to the top, and every team member is really part of these initiatives to drive and making sure that we do see improvement.
That's brilliant. I'd love to hear more about it. So, as the most sustainability advanced company in the industry, what are some of your ongoing challenges or obstacles you face in maintaining your position? How do you overcome them?
Great question. Despite strong momentum and commitment across sectors, we still see significant challenge, but also risk that is holding back the decarbonization in the shipping and logistics sector. From limited policy consensus and lack of a leveled playing field to uncertainties in the IMO negotiations over critical regulatory topics, although we have seen some progress of late. In 2023, the IMO introduced a new regulation that was applied to all ships to reduce the carbon intensity by 40% by 2030 compared to 2008. And earlier this month, the IMO also issued a revised strategy to reduce emissions from shipping, including the ambition to reach net zero emissions from international shipping by close to 2050. And a commitment to ensure uptake of alternative zero and near zero GHG fuels by 2030. So we are definitely seeing progress, but we are still not where we need to be. And we are working very closely with local governments to also more share what we are doing, and that we can have a joint understanding of where we are going from a shipping and logistics perspective, and how governments can support both to invest in new innovations and support the change within the industry. From our side, our strong commitment to lead the decarbonization of our industry, we are trying to take the approach of implementing while we are innovating. That means we can double down on working solutions, such as the green methanol-powered vessel that we can implement today, while we also continue to develop and scaling tomorrow's solutions. And reaching our 2040 ambition will be extremely challenging. With that, we know we don't have many years to go, especially when we consider the average lifetime of a vessel being 29 years. We have to run very fast, but we believe that we can change and it must be done.
I'm looking forward to following the progress. What are your future goals and aspirations in terms of sustainability? How do you plan to build up your current achievements and can you continue driving positive change in the industry?
In 2022, we announced our new decarbonization ambition that originally was set in 2018. And we accelerated our commitment to achieve net zero emissions across our business in 2040, which was again 10 years earlier than our original milestone. By 2040, we want to achieve net zero from operations and offer 100% green solutions to our customers across our product portfolio. And aligning with net zero criteria of the Science Based Target Initiative to limit global warming to 1.5 degrees, we need to achieve minimum 90% reduction in emission by 2040 compared to 2020 levels. And in order to make sure that we deliver on the 2040 ambitions, we have also set an additional set of targets for 2030, which is to halve our emissions compared to 2020. And our goal is that 25% of our ocean cargo is transported on green fuels. For our air freight, we want 30% of the cargo that we move to be transported on sustainable aviation fuels. And for inland transportation, we want to achieve 20% of cargo to be moved on electric vehicles or vehicles that are operated on green fuels, again by 2030. These ambitious targets require us to continue to focus on technology and innovation across the supply chain, not only within the ocean sector. And other initiatives that we are working on is electric trucks and adaptation of new technologies in our warehouse operations and our terminals and so on.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing it. What role does innovation play in your sustainability efforts? Can you provide examples of some innovative solutions or technologies that you have adopted?
Yes, if you would ask me which my favorite was, it is the Maersk Eco Delivery. This is a sustainable shipping solution for our ocean product, which essentially allow our customers to access green shipping solutions already today. The Maersk Eco Delivery product is sometimes a tongue twister, uses sustainable biofuels instead of fossil fuels to reduce the carbon footprint throughout the transportation journey. And in addition, we are developing and piloting future low carbon solutions for air, landside transportation, and that's across truck, barge, and rail, as well as contract logistics. And since 2019, which was when we first launched the Eco Delivery product for ocean, it has grown more than 3 times year on year and is used by over 200 customers. And what's interesting is that 35% of these are from emerging markets, affirming that decarbonization is not only on the agenda in mature economies, but actually across the world. And we have also seen really strong uptake here in Oceania, and is also across companies from paper recyclers to meat exporters. So the uptake is really wide, which is great to see. One example of the impact from the Maersk Eco Delivery product is Volvo Trucks, where we have reduced their CO2 emissions by 26,000 tons, which is quite significant. In addition to the need of low greenhouse gas solutions, customers have strong need for the GHG emission visibility and optimization across their logistics supply chain. And end of last year, we introduced the Maersk Emissions Dashboard. This is a tool that helps our customers simplify the often complex challenge of consolidating emissions data across carriers and transport modes. And the tool provides visibility and intelligence to help optimize emissions. For example, our customers can see the impact on emissions by shifting modes of transport and also supporting emission reporting and compliance requirements. And often when I talk with our customers, we talk a lot about cost-saving initiatives, but actually a lot of these cost-saving initiatives also have a saving on the emission. So it's not like we have to reinvent the wheel and have so many initiatives both on the cost and on the emission side. We can actually consolidate them, but one of the key challenges is again that visibility and how we have the data available to make it easy to measure the impact. And that's what the emissions dashboard can do. So a really great change and opportunity for the market to improve the visibility and take action.
It's great. I'd love to see this dashboard in action. So as we always say, what gets measured gets managed. So it's a perfect example. What is your long-term vision for sustainability within Maersk and the ocean freight industry as a whole? How do you plan to continue pushing the boundaries of sustainability?
Yes, as we started this discussion, again to recap, transport and logistics emit 3.5 billion tons of CO2 every year. And our ambition is to lead the decarbonization of our industry, which is aligned with our company mission to improve life for all by integrating the world. So we want to make sure that we continue to accelerate to achieve our 2030 targets and offer industry-leading green products across products and to reduce the CO2 emissions by 50% compared to 2020. And by 2040, our ambitious target is to achieve net zero emissions across our business portfolio. We will, of course, continue to invest in technology enhancement and research to really accelerate our decarbonization journey of the shipping and the logistics supply chain, while partnering with industry and government to lead this important mission towards a more sustainable future and protect our planet and generations.
It was very inspiring. Thank you. We look forward to following your progress as you become or enhance your portfolio as a sustainability leader. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching The Green Economy. We hope you're excited to join the green revolution. See you all next time.